She is universally worshipped as the undisputed queen of East Bay Greece and the grittiest female voice of the San Francisco funk rock scene. But Lydia Pense actually secured her first major record deal because Janis Joplin relentlessly bullied one of the most powerful men in the music industry. In the late 1960s, Joplin was absolutely blown away by Pence's terrifyingly powerful, blue-eyed soul vocals. Joplin aggressively cornered legendary rock promoter Bill Graham, a man famously known for his ruthless business tactics, and practically forced him to audition Pence's band, Cold Blood. Graham was so stunned by her massive voice that he immediately signed them as the very first act on his brand new San Francisco Records label. While Joplin helped launch her career, the constant media association became Pence's biggest curse. Lazy music critics relentlessly branded her as a Janis Joplin clone, ignoring the fact that Pense wasn't singing psychedelic blues. She was pioneering a massive brass-heavy R&B funk rock sound that was completely different. Even though Joplin herself publicly praised Pense and loved Cold Blood's blistering live shows, the inescapable shadow of the comparison severely limited the band's mainstream commercial success outside of the Bay Area. Before Tower of Power became globally famous for their massive horn sections, Pense and Cold Blood were already literally inventing the genre. Performing at the legendary Fillmore West, they fused driving, thumping R&B rhythms with a gritty, roaring wall of brass instruments. This highly specific, high-energy California sound officially became known as East Bay Greece, and Pense was the absolute undisputed vocal anchor holding the massive, chaotic musical arrangements together. Being a frontwoman in the 1960s was difficult enough, but Pense had a unique physical challenge. She had to project her voice over a massive, blaring horn section. Unlike traditional rock bands where a singer only competes with electric guitars, Pense had to physically push her vocal cords to their absolute limits every single night just to be heard over the trumpets and saxophones. This relentless vocal warfare is exactly what forged her signature, terrifyingly powerful 60s soul diva shout. While most rock stars in the late 1970s were spiraling into drug-fueled disco excess, Pense made a shocking, highly grounded decision. After recording 6 legendary albums with Cold Blood, she completely suspended her music career and vanished from the chaotic rock scene. She quietly moved to the outskirts of Sonora, California, and spent the entire 1980s living in absolute seclusion to raise her daughter, completely abandoning her rock star status for a normal life. Most singers who take a decade off completely lose their vocal power, especially in heavy funk rock. But when Pense finally returned to music in the late 1980s, her voice was just as terrifyingly powerful as it was at the Fillmore in 1969. She reformed Cold Blood and proved she wasn't just a nostalgic legacy act,